Okay. So let's say that this is the elliptical orbit of a planet. So there are two special positions that we want to talk about. This position is A stands for aphelion, which is the farthest position, south due. And this one here is P stands for perihelion. Okay. What do these two words mean? Helium or helion actually refers to sun. And apno meaning far, meaning clear, far from sun. The aphelion. And peri means close. Right? So perihelion point is where the planet is closest to the sun, and aphelion point is where it is farthest. Okay. So this is aphelion and perihelion. Now, let's solve this example. Get point let the speed of planet at the perihelion P in this figure. હવે figure જોવાની બુકમાં જરૂર નથી અહીંયા છે. So BVP and sun planet distance SP be RP. This distance is RP, and here let's say it's revolving anticlockwise. So the velocity is tangent. So this is what we have. Clear? Velocity VP and distance between sun and planet RP. Got it? Away aphelion level. This distance RK or aphelion. And here the velocity will be in this direction. Tangent again, that is V. Clear what we have drawn? Okay. So what's the question? Relate RP VP to corresponding quantities at aphelion, that is RAV. There are four relationship. What's the formula or relation that connects these things? RP, VP, RA and V. Okay, then will the planet take elliptical? First of all, let's make a review. See, we only know one thing. It's that angular momentum of planet remains constant. Yeah, then the aerial velocity remains constant because angular momentum remains constant. So, if you consider planet to be a particle, which is true, it's a little bit shameful, but considering planet as a particle is okay in astronomy because the distance between Earth and Sun is very big, or Sun and planet is very big, right? Sun ઉપર જઈને જો તો Earth કેવડી દેખાય? Dot જ દેખાય, બીજું કંઈ ન દેખાય. Don't forget that. So practically for Earth, Sun, Earth is a point. બીજું કંઈ નહીં. So it's a particle. How do you find particles angular momentum? L vector equal to R vector cross P vector or P vector. But magnitude. So L at perihelion. So how say magnitude. M VP into RP into sin theta. Barabar? Where theta is angle between velocity vector and position vector from this reference. How much angle? 90 देगा इन फिगर में कारण के टेंजेंट आम આવશે તો આ 90. See, that's why this is a special point. બીજા કોઈ પણ પોઈન્ટ પર કરો ને અહીંયા કરો તો 90 નો આવે. That's a property of ellipse. In ellipse, only at these 2 points you will get tangent perpendicular to that line. Okay, so how is math mark? Okay, so sin 90. Now LA means angular momentum at aphelion. So MVARA sin 90 once again. Got it? Now we know that this angular momentum should remain constant. Is that equal? Ultimately, relation बनेगी VP RP equal to VA RA. देख रहे हैं? VP RP equal to VA RA or VP by VA equal to RA by R. So this again confirms what I was telling. When the planet is close to Sun, speed will be more. Which distance is more, RA or RP? which distance is more? RA. So that means VP is also more. So when it comes here, it will move fast. When it goes here, it will move slow. Okay, we can solve it. Okay, so that's it. Now, will the planet take equal time to traverse, that is travel, BAC and BAC, CPB, define it in the diagram 8.1a. BAC, મેળવ્યું કે નહીં? ઇલિપ્સ માં right side BAC આવી રીતે છે. Okay, this is B, this is A, and here is C. મેળવ્યું? figure 8.1a. Got it, right? Okay, so the question says, will it take equal time to travel BAC and what? CBB. Yes, no. હવે આમ distance travel તો equal જ થાય ને? Will it take equal time? Yes or no? Use what I said right now before starting on to this. Yes, no, what? No? Yes. Confused? Or not confused? Not confused. Who is sure about whatever answer? It's no problem. What to have? But who is sure? It claims some answer. Yes, what's your answer? Equal to. Different time. Okay, then naturally if we say different time, then the next question is which is more and which is less. Which will take more time, which will take less time?
BAC will take more time.
BAC will take more time. Okay, what's your answer? There.
BAC will take
BAC will take more time. What's your name?
Devas.
Devas. First day to school? No? Haven't seen you here.
Architecture and also.
Okay, alright, sit down. So BAC will take more time. That is right. Why so? Speed is less, isn't it? When see the planet is traveling from far, yes or no? Here it's far from the sun. If it travels far from the sun, the speed will be less over here. But now look at the left half. Here the planet will be close to sun, correct or not? Do you see that, everyone? When close to the sun, planet moves fast. But to same distance travel करने में time time because it is moving fast. Here it will take more time. Here it will take less. Clear? So that is time for BAC will be greater than time for CPB. Understood? Okay? Because planet has more speed when it is close to the sun, and planet has less speed when it is far. अच्छा कोई એવું લોજિક નથી યુઝ કર્યું કે એરિયા તો બે સેમ છે તો એવું નથી વિચાર્યું કોઈ તો વાંધો નહીં કારણ કે એરિયા આમ મેજર નથી કરવાનો અહીંથી મેજર કરવાનો. Well, so that's it. Now go to the exercise. This is page number 201. Okay. Question 3. Suppose there existed a planet. Suppose there existed a planet that went around the sun twice as fast as the Earth. Okay. Now what is that? Generally, twice as fast as the Earth should mean double the speed. Okay. But here we have one more interpretation. Suppose that it doesn't really mean double the speed here. Looking at twice as fast, no meaning how would I think? Takes half the time to revolve. Like that, it takes half the time to revolve. I know this is cheating. Language तो कहीं अलग એટલે કે twice as fast નો meaning શું થવો જોઈએ? Double speed. પણ મને ખબર લાસ્ટ યર ક્વેશ્ચન સોલ્વ કર્યો હતો ત્યારે આ જ પ્રોબ્લેમ થયો હતો કે twice as fast નું કરવાનું શું? then we check the answer. The answer જો ખબર પડી ગઈ કે આનો મીનિંગ આવો કરે ને તો આ થાય. So I think the question is slightly wrong. આવી રીતે ન લખાય. આમ લખાય. Okay, so if you want you can make a correction. Okay, there is no doubt about it that twice as fast તમે કરો તો speed double કરો તો answer નહીં આવે કોઈ. Okay, so what do we have? So suppose there exists a planet that went around the sun in half the time. એવું થયું ને, went around the sun in half the time. Then the question is half the time has got. Okay, then what would be its orbital size? What do you think of orbital size? A. Yes, a semi-major axis. So then what would be its orbital size as compared to that of Earth? So basically we have to find this, that A for planet, an unknown planet, is how many times A for Earth? You understand this? A for planet is how many times A for Earth? The orbit કેટલી મોટી છે planet? That's the question. So we have this information. Do you agree with this equation? And the time period for planet is half the time period for Earth. Okay, our time period and answer relation. T and A, do they have a relation? Which relation? Third law. Kepler's third law, that is T squared proportional to A cube. So TP squared upon TE squared equal to AP cube, sorry, upon AE. Right? So let's put the values that we know it. TP upon TE. How much is TP upon TE? 1 upon 2 square. So 1 upon 4. Right? Equal to AP upon AE and then the whole cube. 4 to cube root convert. Right? That's what we have. AP equal to AE divided by cube root of 4. Okay? Does anyone remember cube root of 4? Don't worry, that was a joke. Nobody remembers cube root of 4. So, super one of it. Can you find it in calculator? Do you know how to find cube root in a calculator? Anyone? Go ahead and do that. Okay. Interesting. Chemistry में जरूरत पड़ती equilibrium माने वाली. You use log. आवड़े ने log. Math equal to. मैं તમને ઓલું શીખવાડું tan ને sin ને log આવડે છે who says yes પાકું ને અને ટેબલ છે log ટેબલ નથી મેં કીધું તો લઈને રાખવાનું ભૂલી ગયા એ તો ઓનલાઈન રહી ગયું હવે લઈને આવજો કાલથી so we have to find out its log. Okay, so this is how we do it. હું કરી નાખો હોય તમે લખી લો આન્સર પછી ઘરે ફાઇન્ડ કરી લો. So when you take log you get log of AE minus 1 by 3 log 4. So this is log of AE minus 0.6020.3. Okay, ટેબલ હોય તો કન્ફર્મ કરો હોય તો કરી દો મારી કઈ મિસ્ટેક નથી થતી ને log of 4 0.6020. કેલ્ક્યુલેટર માં આવડે ને log એ આવડે છે એન્ટી લોગ આવડે છે કે એટલે ટેબલ નીકળાવે આવડે છે but yes you still need the table for sin cos tan these are calculator માં નહીં થાય so 0.2006 પહેલા છે ને જ્યારે આવી JEE મેન અને JEE એડવાન્સ એવી નહોતી ને ત્યારે IIT JEE એક્ઝામ તો એ લોકો કેવું કરે દર વર્ષે પેપરમાં એક ક્વેશ્ચન તો એવો હોય કે જેનો આન્સર છે ને એ યર આવતો હોય For example, let's say the exam is conducted in 2021. तो एक क्वेश्चन तो મૂકવો જ હોય જેનો આન્સર 2021 આવે. એ રીતે સેટ કરીને વેલ્યુઝ રાઈટ. એટલે આ 2006 જોયું ને તો મને એવું યાદ રાઈટ. So this is what we have. Now આપણે તો log કરો બેટા. So sorry. આ બધું ક્યાં કરવાની જરૂર છે? We just want to find force cube root, isn't it? Excuse me. ભૂલી ગયો કે આપણે શું કર્યું. So 4 raised to 1/3, therefore log y is 1/3 log 4. So that is 0.2006. હવે આનું આંટી log દો. એન્ટી log એ શું બોલી? તો પછી શું એક્સપોનેન્શિયલ તો શું આવે? એન્ટી log of 0.2006. Anyone has log table? જોને ભાઈ જોને જલ્દી આટલી વાર લાગે કેલ્ક્યુલેટરમાં કેટલી વાર લાગે log table ફટાક થઈ જાય હવે જાય કે આવડતું નથી તો you 1.5 so that's it 1/1.58 times e 1.5 divide કરો તો 1 by 1.55 0.63 આ તો જોઈ લે ને હવે તો બહુ કર્યું ક્વેશ્ચન કયો હતો 3 smaller by factor of 0.63 okay right now there is a similar question regarding horse and saddle. 14 is homework. 1/4 is homework. Same method, numbers बदले नहीं का method same. Okay. So question 14 is homework. Rotational motion tool. Right. Now one more question for you. લખવા માટે question. Do it for homework, everyone. का नंबर ઊંધા લખ નાખો તમે આ ચેન્જ ન કરો સમજી ગયા હું જ કરી નાખો તમારે so this is it Yes, question 14 from exercise homework, don't forget. Next topic, law of gravitation. That is Newton's law of gravity. Law of gravity. You all know that Newton said that when there are two bodies two masses m1 and m2 and some distance between them, then the gravitational force between them is proportional to the product of the masses and inversely proportional to the square of distance between them. Okay. Now that was a very basic information. હવે બધું વેક્ટર ફોર્મમાં ને એવું આવે nothing more complicated. It's not too tough though. આ ચેપ્ટરમાં કઈ અઘરું બોધ છે. So when we combine both of these things, we get a constant. And a proportionality relation out there. F proportional to m1 m2 by r square. And then when you remove the proportionality relation, you should get a constant. That constant is called G, which is the universal gravitation constant. Okay, how about to 9 one? G's value is 6.67. Now, what is it? Into 10 raised to minus 11 Newton meter square or kg square. How do you value it? Really very bad at remembering these things. 6.67 10 raised to minus 11. Okay, so that is universal gravitation constant. How would you outsource it? 9, right? But big warning here. This is only valid. This is the start doing it. 2 3 start 5 start જેટલા કરે. Okay, warning, not a note, it is a warning. Use only for point masses. What does that mean? The two masses have to be point-like. You cannot find how much force is applied by two humans on each other. How much gravitational force is applied by two humans on each other when they are sitting at one feet. Okay, M is not a point-like. So this formula only works for point-like mass. Doesn't work for any other shape. So બીજા shape નું કારણ ની આવશે આગળ ધીરે ધીરે. Okay. I'll give you some idea of why we have, or how do we know that we have this kind of. Okay. It's not that important from any exam point of view, or even not that important from understanding point of view. Suppose તમને ખબર ન પડે કે ન્યૂટનને કેવી રીતે સમજ પડી કે આવી ફોર્મ્યુલા આવતી હતી. It's okay. એનાથી તમારું ગ્રેવિટેશનનું અન્ડરસ્ટેન્ડિંગ કઈ ચેન્જ છે, because what it is useful. It's not necessary that we have to understand exactly like theory. So his idea was actually based on Galileo's measurements, okay, and looking at the moon. Galileo measured that when something falls down, free fall, the acceleration is 9.8 left. And at that time, distance of moon from Earth was known, and time period of moon revolution was also known. Okay, itla hajaro varshi khબર છે. In how much time moon revolves around the Earth? Nearly 28 days. જેને કહેવાય 1 lunar month. બરાબર ને? ખબર છે કેલેન્ડરમાં શું આવે? 1 2 3 4 5 6 to 40. પછી full moon. પછી પાછું 1 2 3 4 5 6 up to 40. એ આવે ને? So that's how the lunar month is. So that's about 28 days, right? So using that information, Newton found out that if this is Earth, this is moon, and moon is revolving around the Earth in a circular orbit. Simple, elliptical thing. So this is R, that distance, okay? Radius of moon's orbit, not radius of moon. Okay, don't get confused. So you might be asking, आगे से खबर पड़ी है moon को distance कैसे measure था? Parallax. कैसे parallax? Okay, using that. So it was measured, it was known. So it is okay, if this is revolving around Earth, એને ખબર પડી ગઈ કે there has to be centripetal force. Right? Don't forget, Newton is the same person who gave laws of motion. बराबर है? So he understood that centripetal force must come from gravity. એટલે એને centripetal acceleration માંડી is equal to v square by r. હવે v તો ખબર ન હોય, यहाँ સ્પીડ કેવી મેળવી કરે, but simple. Distance ખબર હોય, time period ખબર હોય તો થઈ જાય. v equal to 2 pi rm upon t. बताए? One circle, how much distance travel? 2 pi r divided by time period. Speed થઈ જાય ને? Sure. So using this, we found this an input system. So using this, he puts it right over there and he gets a value. And he notices that if we consider Earth's radius, from center to this, ये खबर है, ये कैसे find करेगा? How is Earth's radius? It's not like go in a ship and go around and measure, you know, right? It's based on how you see eclipses, solar eclipse, lunar eclipse, solar eclipse, because Earth is curved, round and spherical है, तो एक पॉइंट थी जेव देखा है वो बीजा पॉइंट थी नहीं देखा है ने काट के सपोज અહીંયા મૂન હોય ને અહીંયા સન છે આ લાઈન તો અહીંથી મૂન આમ દેખાય અને અહીંથી સન અને અહીંથી મૂન આમ દેખાય તો બે વ્યૂ માં ફરક પડે અગેન ધીસ ઇઝ પેરેલલ એટલે સોલર ઇક્લિપ્સ ટાઈમ પર છે ને બાય ઓબ્ઝર્વિંગ હાઉ મૂન ઇઝ viewed from two different positions તમે એ ફાઇન્ડ કરી શકો કે આ બે વચ્ચે કેટલો એંગલ છે અને પછી બે પ્લેસીસ નું ડિસ્ટન્સ તો ખબર હોય એ તો મેજર બધા કરી શકતા કેવી રીતે નો આઈડિયા ખરેખર નહીં ગુડ ઓલ્ડ મેથડ રૂલર જેવું સમજ પડે કે નહીં you take a large length, use it like a stick, એક પછી 2 3 4 measure it. समझ पड़ी कि नहीं? You might be thinking આ તો કેવો અઘરો કામ તો અઘરો. They had time they used to do such things. Not kidding, really. તમે old units જોજો, કિલોમીટર કેવી રીતે મેજર કર્યું હશે પહેલા એ વિચારો. Kilometer is not a small distance. For of the patients, right? Kilometer measure karo. Make sense? Mile. You go to measure the first pehla. Okay. So anyway, so if you knew the distance between these two, then based on that, you can find out how much is the radius of a came angle આ મળી જાય. અહીંયા angle મળી જાય તો અહીંયા angle મળી જાય. Right? So based on that, they will find out that if this is the distance, so our radius કેટલો છે. This is one of the many astronomy related. Anyway, so coming back to this, so Newton noted that when we take acceleration on Earth's surface, that is g, and when we take acceleration of Moon, which is revolving, which is centripetal acceleration. So he noted that when we divide these two things, when we divide acceleration of apple on Earth's surface, serious, acceleration of apple on Earth's surface and acceleration of Moon, he found that this ratio turns out to be something like this. That is radius of Moon orbit divided by radius of Earth square. From this he found out that because acceleration is inversely proportional to r square, so gravitational force is inversely proportional to r square. બીજું એવું ક્યારે ખબર પડી કે f proportional to m1 m2 જશે because this is same for all objects. એવું ક્યારે થાય વિચારો. ફોર્સમાં માસ આવતું હોય, સપોઝ I want to find how much force is acting on this pen, તો એની અંદર માસ ઓફ પેન આવે તો જ એક્સેલરેશન સેમ આવે બધાનું. બીજું કે કારણ કે f ની ફોર્મ્યુલામાં માસ અને બીજું કંઈક આવતું હોય. હવે હું f by mp કરું તો આ તો કટ થઈ જશે. So whatever remains should be your એવી રીતે ખબર પડી કે if Earth attracts a pen, then that force should be proportional to mass of pen. ખબર પડી? Force acting on m1 should be proportional to m1. Force acting on m2 should be proportional to m2. But Newton's third law, force acting on this and this between each other should be same. So force acting on pen is proportional to mass of pen and proportional to mass of earth. If the force acting on earth is proportional to mass of earth and mass of pen, ultimately same જ થાય ને m1 into તમને આખું સમજાવ્યું if you realize કે આ બધી વસ્તુ કેવી છે, right? Again, તો આખો પાર્ટ તમને નો હોય કે તો એનાથી કંઈ ફરક પડવાનો નથી. You still be able to understand gravity. આખી આપણે હિસ્ટ્રીમાં શું થયું હતું ને એ ડિસ્કશન. Never mind. So that's done. So now vector form. આ તો તમને કેટલા વર્ષોથી આવડે ને f equal to gm1 m2 by r square. Say this is scalar form or magnitude form. એ ફોર્મમાં ક્યાંય ડાયરેક્શન આવતી નથી. Now vector. So law of gravitation in the vector. હવે આવશે vector. So let's say that here is one particle whose mass is m1, here is another particle whose mass is m2. Position vector of the first particle is r1 vector from the origin. યાદ છે ને position vector કાય origin છે. And of the second particle is r2 vector. Gravitational force acting on first particle, that is m1, due to second, that is m2. F12 vector equals આ સિમ્બોલ તો યાદ છે ને F12 vector means for the first particle by the second is vector. Magnitude તો બધાને આવડી ગયું છે g m1 m2 upon some distance square. So right now we have to write that distance square as this. R12 means distance between 1 and 2. એવો કેવો સિમ્બોલ યુઝ કરો સર? સમજે એનું રીઝન કેવો સિમ્બોલ યુઝ કરો. Okay, let's see how or why. Now let's talk about direction. અહીંયા હું લખીશું પૂરું નથી. So this is r1 vector and r2. અચ્છા આની પર force on m1 due to m2 will be attractive or repulsive. Gravitational force is always attractive. Okay, repulsive છે નહીં આજ સુધી મળ્યો નથી repulsive gravity. So m2 will pull m1 in this direction. Do you agree with me? Towards this. Correct? Correct or not correct? Absolutely sure? Okay, our direction is quite direct. Do you agree that this is this vector's direction? આ વેક્ટર અહીંયા મને વેની ડાયરેક્શન છે ને. Do you see a triangle? Do you sense a triangle law of something is coming? Addition કે subtraction? Addition કે subtraction? કઈ procedure follow કરી? Here are r1 and r2 vectors and their tails are joined and then we join the head of one to the head of the other. શું કહ્યું? Addition subtraction? Subtraction. When? તો આ કયો વેક્ટર? r2 vector minus r1 vector. બરાબર ને? So this vector is r2 vector minus r1 vector. Correct? Also in chapter 4 ખબર નહીં કેવા આવી રીતે આવી સબટ્રેક્શન કરીને લખતા ને તો આપણે એને આમ લખીએ. For example, relative velocity v2 vector minus v1 vector, we write it as velocity of 2 with respect to 1. યાદ આવે છે? એ કે આ શું છે? Position of 2 with respect to 1 or r21. Here, okay. So this is r2. So this force is in that direction. Do you agree with this? Talk with me. That is, as you said, unit vector. Which unit vector? R21 unit vector. That means unit vector in direction of R21. આટલું સમજાણું? તો કોમ્પ્લિકેટેડ ન લાગતું ને? બે પાર્ટ્સમાં સમજો તો આવડી જશે. આ શું છે? મેગ્નિટ્યુડ. હજી આનું રીઝન સમજાવો તો આવશે. અને આ શું છે? ડાયરેક્શન, because it is a vector. Okay. Now, if I take magnitude of this vector, which vector? R21 vector. Do you agree that we can write it like this? એનો મતલબ શું થાય? Distance between 1 and 2 or distance between 2 and 1. બધું એક જ થાય ને? Did you understand this line? Magnitude of R21 vector means distance between 1 and 2 or distance between 2 and 1. What is? હવે સમજ પડી અહીંયા કેમ આવ્યું? Can we write R21 square here? Yes. બધું એક જ છે. Can we write R12 here? No. કેમ? Direct મૂકી દે. If we write R1, so that's what is the next. Also, R12 hat which is equal to or okay, yeah, I don't want to make it complicated. Listen, if you don't get it, I'll change the way of writing. How do you make a unit vector? Vector divided by magnitude. And every unit vector, suppose C hat, is always equal to vector C divided by magnitude of vector C. Some vector divided by its own vector. So you can write it like this. But this is nothing. Magnitude of vector means distance, our distance. So here should be the vector. Understood that? Okay. Also, do you realize we can write R12 hat as negative of R21 hat? Only direction આવશે R21 ની direction ઊંધી આવશે. યાદ આવ્યું ને? our relative velocity method. So the same way. Vectors are so predictable. And yet they are so straight. Okay, so if we use that here, we can write it as follows. So F12 vector equal to minus GM1 M2 by R12 square R12. કેમ આવી ગયું? એટલે બધું 1 2 1 2 1 2 થાય. Easy to remember. Minus sign સમજાણી ને? Look at this, and we go here. So this is Newton's law of gravitation in vector form. Newton's law of gravitation in vector form. આને આપણે યુઝ કરીએ ઘણી વાર બરોબર. Okay, mostly we use scalar form. There will be situations where we are interested in writing it like this. So this is F12. Now let's talk about force on M2 by M1. Which was gravitational? Two લખવું છે. Gravitational force on M2 by M1. આવી રીતે લખવાનું હોય તો એની ડાયરેક્શન કઈ આવશે? Force on 2 by 1. Attractive or repulsive? Attractive. Sure. So M1 will pull M2 towards itself. Yes or no? Yes. આમાં તમને third law દેખાય છે? Third law. Action and reaction are equal and opposite. Equal and opposite કેવી રીતે જોઈએ? આનું મેગ્નીટ્યુડ અરે આ લખો તો ખરા. જેમ આ લખ્યું એ રીતે આ લખવું હોય તો શું થાય? minus G M2 M1 upon R21 square R21 hat. Correct? Don't agree with that? આપણી ફોર્મ્યુલા માનો F12 લખો હોય તો minus G M1 M2 upon R12 square R12 hat. એટલે F21 લખો હોય તો minus G M2 M1 upon, make sense, right? ફોર્મ્યુલા જેવું છે ને? Okay, so look at these two. Are both of these having same magnitude? Magnitude same or not? Same magnitude or not?
Yes.
Right? Yes. M1 into M2, M2 into M1, same type. Denominator, yep. Both denominators are also equal. Distance between the 2 point masses is the same. So we say, હવે direction નું શું છે? R12 R2. The directions are opposite. So Newton's third law is the same. Action and reaction are opposite in direction and equal in magnitude and act on two different points. Right? Okay. So that's Newton's third law. Newton's law of gravitation in vector form. This minus is actually a very interesting thing. Nature માં આટલા બધા fundamental forces છે, for example, right? Okay, whenever we can write a formula for force, for example, force between charges, Coulomb's force કહેવાય ખબર ને? Okay, so whenever the force is attractive, એની ફોર્મ્યુલામાં છે ને આવું માઇનસ આવે, માઇનસ એન્ડ ધીસ ડાયરેક્શન, અને રિપલ્સિવ હોય ને તો પ્લસ. So very common, right? Okay, we see that in 12 also. I thought I just tell you. Okay. So this is now. Let's go to slightly complicated things before the bell rings. What if there are three masses? At the base, and you know base point mass. You go to so. So let's consider a complicated case. Okay, in a superposition principle. खतरनाक नाम છે પણ એટલું ઈઝી કામ છે. સુપરપોઝિશન પ્રિન્સિપલ. સુપરપોઝ or superimpose એવા બે વર્ડ છે, બે મીનિંગ એક થાય. સુપરપોઝ or superimpose એનો મીનિંગ એ થાય one on top of the other, right? What does it mean? One on top of the other. So એવું શું કામ? Let's have a look. I'm going to clean up this diagram a little bit. If you can draw, so let's say that these are 2 point masses here, and let me add one more. Okay, so this is M1. Suppose there is a third one somewhere here, and now we are interested in how much gravitational force is acting on first. Look down the map. How much gravitational force is acting on first, right? Due to other masses. Other masses nahi. Okay, gravitational force due to other masses. કેટલા other masses? 2, M2 and M3. તો શું કરવાનું? Total force acting on F1. खाली F1 लगे तो meaning total force acting on F1 is simply equal to force on 1 by second plus force on 1 by third. Suppose there was one M4, तो શું change था? What? Okay. So basically what that means is this will pull it, this will also pull it, this will also pull it. Okay, but force is a vector. Big warning there. બરાબર દર વર્ષે લોકો ભૂલી જાય. Force is a vector. તો શું થાય? If you want to add the forces, you have to consider directions and you have to find resultant. યાદ આવે છે? આની પર આ બે ફોર્સ આગળ છે, આની result. તો resultant method by doing vector addition. Clear or not clear? એટલે કોઈ એમ કે આ ફોર્સ 10 ન્યૂટન અને આ ફોર્સ 10 ન્યૂટન. So how much total force? How much total force? 20 તો નહીં હતા. બીજું જે આવતું હોય it will not be 20 because force is a vector. આ બે વચ્ચે એંગલ છે. In fact આ બે વચ્ચે 180 એંગલ હોય તો 10 plus 10 0 થઈ જાય. Clear? Because vectors have a direction. Okay? So it's like this. So this is the total force acting on first mass due to second and third or due to other. I will take ખાલી એક ટેસ્ટ લઉં છું તમને આવડ્યું કે નહીં. Suppose in this same system there are 3 masses અને કોઈ એમ કહે કે how much force is acting on second mass. તો શું લખો? F2 1 vector plus F2 3 vector. Do you notice we are once again following that idea which we had discussed earlier, that a particle cannot apply force on itself. मैं तुमने प्रूव करके दिखाया था कि it is impossible that a particle can apply force on itself. वो खराब बात है, नहीं तो पेट्रोल की जरूरत हो, बराबर है, right? स्कूटर कैसे बनता? It applies force on itself. Okay, एक step वही दे तुमने आवड़ता जैसे आता खाली confirm. So if you want to simplify this further or write it further. Simplify word ખોટો બોલી ગયો. I'm sure you will understand what I'm saying. આવું લગાય આના માટે. હવે આના માટે શું લખું? minus g m1 m3 upon r13 square r13 head. આવા જેટલા એટલે બધા લખવાનું. Simplifying is definitely the wrong word. આવડે ને હવે આવું કરતા? એને આવડે. ગમે એટલા માસ હોય આવડે. Remember one simple rule. It will not apply force on itself. બાકી બધા. This is add. આને શું કહેવાય? Superposition principle, because one force is added or overlapping the other. Okay, they don't bother each other. એવું નહીં કે હા તું લગાડ ને હું નથી લગાડતો. એવું નહીં, મારે લગાડવાનો છે તારે લગાડવાનો. રિઝલ્ટ. ઓકે, ગુડ બાય.